Hey, what's going on? It's Anthony Flores, and today we're going to talk about guns in school. So, the debate goes that we should have armed guards as a quick fix or permanent fix in schools. You know what? That's not a bad idea. I know that a lot of people may disagree with it, especially people who are against guns or the illusion of a horrible, scary gun that's like an automatic weapon that's going to jump off a table and kill somebody, I guess. But doing the research, it's not that far off of what we already go through as civilians or being in the military or being in police force or anything like that. So one thing that actually made me want to talk about the story today was actually reading a post on another website that I'm on, talking about the possibility of military vets doing security at schools because A, they know how to handle weapons, B, they're downsizing the army, so there's going to be a lot of people who know what they're doing and have been trained to do it and been trained to carry weapons and been trained to view threats before they happen, how to be alert, how to pull security basically in all multiple countries and languages and situations, and how to identify with the people they're with and how to, respect their beliefs and their understandings and their cultures. So it was a good idea. So I put it out to you. Do you think that's a good idea? And that's the question. I mean, I'll invite you to leave a comment, but continuing on with it, jobs are needed. So why not have people who are qualified for the job fill it in? Now, people say there's police or there's already privatized security. Got it. But it'd be better for people who want to serve, that had an understanding of a higher purpose, that wanted to, protect America in uniform. Maybe that's a quality that we don't need to let them go to waste when they go out into the job market, because military are already doing a lot of things. They're not just warmongering vets who want to own weapons and fight people. We have prior soldiers in Congress, in the NFL. We've done teaching. There's a lot of stuff that prior military go on to do, lead countries, everything, or lead our country rather. They've done everything. So that was a pretty good idea, and I wanted to put it out, kind of get some exposure on this question. Now you got to understand that not every soldier is a good soldier. I mean, that's in any job. You can take McDonald's. Obviously, not everybody's going to be good at McDonald's. Not everybody's going to be a good teacher, even though they're teaching, whatever the case is. So you have to give and take. I mean, obviously, they still have to pass some kind of competency test or something like that. So it will bring me to my last point is, as children, we have to listen to our parents. As we get older, we go to school, we have to listen to not only our parents, but our teachers. Once we get old enough to leave the nest, and then if you choose to go to college, you have to listen to your, college professors and your student advisors, all these things like that, because ultimately you want to graduate, so you have to listen to what they're doing. And you have to listen to police when you do something wrong. You have to answer to the police. So we are already functioning that you have to listen to some kind of higher power. You have to listen to some kind of laws that govern your life. So the fact that people are getting up in arms, no pun intended, to go to a school and have weapons in school, it's already happening. There are certain schools in, big suburban areas that have metal detectors, that have some sort of security setup, whether it's just a person with a radio or actual armed police or anything like that. And you go off to college, which is still higher education. And in 2008, a survey that was completed by 342 colleges, a public 4-year college relied on mutual aid agreements. And what that is for 95% of all incidences being responded to, the college had to depend on two mutual understanding agreements from two places that had the resources and everything to help. So whether it was the police and emergency systems, so the local police would respond, and when they couldn't handle it, they would call in the emergency if there was fires or whatever the case was, and so the school relied on that. So the school's already relying on some form of police, with weapons and things like that. And there was also security, campus securities, and all the tuition and all that money still goes to those. So if we're going to have people securing us while we work, which is police, or some form of national defense for our country, or our parents having to listen to the police and all the elected officials how to govern their household and how to figure it all out, why would we leave children out of the loop? So that's my question. I pose it on to you. I think it's a really good idea. I'd rather have somebody who is a skill with a weapon, whatever size it is, whatever caliber it is, whatever it is, somebody who is fit, who looks like they can protect you, isn't somebody who's like been overeating or, a huge belly and just, been in it because he couldn't get fired because he'd been on like a privatized security force for so long, or a police force for so long. Our police are already stretched thin as it is. Hey, look what's going on. There's a lot of things going on. So why not put people who are used to doing it, standing for security for long hours, watching everybody else do it while staying respectful of the situations around them? How to identify insider threats. An insider threat is recognizing when somebody that you work with, or you're shoulder to shoulder with, might do something, or recognize patterns and things like that. They don't even have to do anything. Maybe they can counsel the school, like, hey, this is what we think you should do, this is what should happen. Because ultimately, what are school grounds? Open areas with open bays, with a lot of windows, and it's just, how are you supposed to secure something like that? And we want all our students going to school to get a good education, so they shouldn't have to be relying on that, or be part of student councils that have to worry about security for their campuses. So, that's my 2 cents for today, and I hope you leave yours in the comments down below. Thanks.